What is your mind trying to protect you from? When did thinking quietly become your safest coping tool? Do you feel uneasy when everything finally goes quiet? What happens in your body the moment you stop thinking? And are you confusing control with safety without even realizing it? If these questions landed a little too close to home, if they made something tighten in your chest, this isn't coincidence.
Every conversation replays. Every decision reopens. Every future scenario demands attention. You tell yourself, just stop thinking, but your mind doesn't listen. If this feels painfully familiar, this video is for you. This is the psychology of why overthinkers can't turn their minds off. And no, it's not because you're weak. It's not because you lack discipline. It's not because something is wrong with you. It's because your brain learned a very specific way to survive. Let's decode it. Here's the first truth most overthinkers never hear. Your mind isn't overactive by accident. It's overactive by design. At some point, thinking became your safest tool. And once the brain finds a tool that works, it doesn't let go easily. Let's break this down. Overthinking is your brain's attempt to prevent pain. Most overthinkers didn't start by thinking too much. They started by being caught off guard. A mistake that hurt. A rejection they didn't see coming. An emotional moment that felt overwhelming. So the brain adapted. It said, next time we'll be ready. Psychologists call this anticipatory coping. Your mind scans the past for patterns and the future for threats. It replays conversations to catch what you missed. It imagines scenarios to avoid being surprised again. Overthinking isn't chaos. It's your brain trying to protect you from emotional pain you once felt unprepared for. Your mind confuses thinking with control. Here's a subtle but powerful mechanism. Thinking feels like doing something, so when you can't control outcomes, you try to control possibilities. Overthinkers often believe, unconsciously, that if they think enough, they can prevent bad things from happening. This is linked to illusion of control, a cognitive bias where the brain overestimates how much influence thinking has over outcomes. So your mind keeps going. If I replay it, I'll understand it. If I analyze it, I'll fix it. If I plan it, I'll be safe. Turning the mind off feels dangerous because it feels like letting go of control. Your nervous system never fully powers down. Overthinking isn't just mental, it's physical. Many overthinkers live with a chronically activated nervous system. Their body is used to being alert, scanning, bracing. Psychology calls this hypervigilance. Even in safe environments, the body stays tense. So, when you finally lie down to rest, your body doesn't signal safety to your brain. And without safety, the mind won't shut down. That's why overthinking gets worse at night. When distractions disappear, the nervous system finally speaks. Silence feels unsafe to an overthinking brain. For some people, silence is peaceful. For overthinkers, silence is loud. Because silence removes distraction, and distraction was what kept deeper thoughts away. When everything goes quiet, your mind brings unfinished business forward. Unprocessed emotions, unanswered questions, unresolved moments. This is known as cognitive backlog. Your brain postponed emotional processing all day.
You internalize emotions instead of expressing them. Overthinkers often feel deeply, but they don't always express it outwardly. They don't vent easily. They don't explode emotionally. They don't dump feelings on others. So emotions stay inside. Psychology calls this internalized emotional processing. Emotions that aren't expressed verbally get processed mentally. Thought loops become emotional outlets. Overthinking is emotion with nowhere else to go. You confuse self-awareness with rumination. Self-awareness is healthy. Rumination is not. Self-awareness asks, "What can I learn?" Rumination asks, "What if I missed something?" Overthinkers often slip into ruminative loops without noticing. The brain believes it's solving a problem, but it's actually circling it. Threat-focused thinking doesn't end naturally. It keeps scanning. Your brain doesn't trust letting things be. Many overthinkers grew up in environments where someone had to stay alert. Someone had to anticipate problems. Someone had to prevent mistakes. So the brain learned, if I don't think about it, something bad will happen. Psychology calls this responsibility anxiety. Letting go feels unsafe, so the mind stays active, even when there's nothing to solve. You're highly sensitive to uncertainty. Overthinkers often score high in uncertainty sensitivity. Ambiguity feels uncomfortable. Loose ends feel threatening. So the mind fills gaps. It imagines outcomes, rehearses conversations, predicts reactions. Thinking becomes a way to close loops reality hasn't closed yet. Overthinking is familiar, even when it hurts. Here's the hard truth. Your brain prefers familiar pain over unfamiliar peace. Overthinking is exhausting, but predictable. Silence feels unknown. Psychology calls this cognitive habit formation. You don't overthink because you want to. You overthink because your brain learned this is how you survive. Your body learned before your mind did. For many overthinkers, the habit formed before conscious memory. The body learned tension first, the mind followed. So telling yourself to relax doesn't work, because the body hasn't learned safety yet. A calm body creates a quiet mind, not the other way around. Overthinking isn't the enemy, fear is. Here's the reframe most people never hear. Overthinking isn't the problem, fear is. Fear of missing something, fear of losing control, fear of being unprepared. Your mind is trying to keep you safe, it just doesn't know when to stop. Now pause. If you're an overthinker, you've probably tried everything. Distraction, forcing calm, positive thinking, and nothing lasted, because the problem was never willpower, it was safety. Here's what actually helps. Not suppressing thoughts, not fighting them, but teaching your nervous system that it's safe to rest. Overthinkers don't need to think less, they need to feel safer. Here's the final truth. Overthinking isn't a flaw. It's a survival strategy that stayed active too long. Your mind learned to stay on because once it helped you cope. Now it just needs retraining. Before you go, ask yourself one last time. What is my mind trying to protect me from? When did thinking become my coping tool? Do I feel unsafe when things are quiet? What happens in my body when I stop thinking? Am I confusing control with safety? If these questions stayed with you, you're already becoming more self-aware. If this video felt like it described your inner world, subscribe for psychology that helps you work with your mind, not against it. Because your thoughts aren't the enemy, they're signals. And once you learn how to listen, the noise slowly begins to soften.